Well, you're looking well, Molly.
Thank you, buddy.
We are our kids are doing okay. They're like, they're homeschooling, which is an adventure.
Yeah.
Um but they're like, it's cool. I never thought I would be a school teacher.
Yeah.
That part of it's actually kind of cool. Um helping my fourth grader with all his stuff is kind of fun, right?
Okay.
And Ava, my seventh grader, is totally independent and doesn't want any help ever.
How old is he now?
Ava's 12 and a half, Dash
There
is
you
10
go.
and a half.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know, man. Because I spend so long every year on the road and I'm gone so much, which breaks my heart.
You're digging this.
I'm secretly really enjoying being at home. And I'm absolutely making the most of this time at home with my wife and kids.
I had those same thoughts about you. I thought,
Yeah.
you're in Toronto, they're in Los Angeles. It's a long way,
Yeah.
And as much as your heart wants to be there, you can't. And
Yeah.
so for you to be home, that's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, it's, absolutely the worst of circumstances to have to be at home, but
Yeah.
but I'm, just absolutely making the best of a bad situation. Right. Which I think is what everyone's trying to do. And which is good. I just wish that here in America, there was the leadership of the nation as a whole had a more cohesive, forward-thinking plan. It just, there are pockets within the nation which feel very, very led by strong, even hands.
California.
But the nation as a whole feels very untethered because the leadership of the nation as a whole feels very untethered.
Exactly.
Which is starting to that sort of unease is starting to creep into the national emotional content of the nation.
You can't help but think about, had Obama been in the leader's role.
Yeah. Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah. Just
as much as he gets slagged, you have to think, I'd follow that guy.
Yeah, I mean, look. Even if I didn't totally agree with their policy, at least if they had a consistent policy,
yeah,
I could follow it.
Yeah.
But just the flip flopping and the 180-degree corners we keep going around, and one day it's stay at home and the next day it's say, hey, we're open for business. Like we're all getting whiplash down here,
and they're starting.
It feels like at least in Canada, there's a far more collegial situation happening up there, where people have decided to get along to get through this situation, right?
Yeah, the phrase is "be kind." Oh,
mm-hmm.
What are you drinking there, Jay?
Well, seeing as this is a wine show, Terry, not a political discourse show that we're on. I know that we had a lot of discussion earlier via the interweb, you and I, where we were talking about Okanagan wines and the like. But it is a beautiful, sunny, about a 89-degree day here in Los Angeles. It's absolutely stunning, and I figured a glass of rosé from Provence, as it is now after 5 o'clock. I felt like that was a little more in fitting with the climb I find myself in.
Well, I would be drinking the rosé, except it's upstairs with Megan. She's not letting it go.
You'll have to pry it from her cold, dead hand.
I happen to have two wines I know will delight you. This is oh God.
That's from Gabbiano.
It is not a Gabbiano, but it is a huge mouthful of pepper. And it's new. It just arrived 2 days ago.
Yeah.
The winemaker's name is Michael Mogney. Michael Mogny,
Yeah.
Mogny. This is called Bohemian Cuvée. Where's the camera? There you go. Bohemian Cuvée.
Yeah. Love the label.
BCVQA, Okanagan Valley, 40% Cab Sauv, 25% Merlot, 25% Cab Franc, 10% Syrah, and a banging wall of pepper that goes with it. Okay. Grown in the Oliver Vineyards and this is the key here, Slovakian, American, and French oak.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And that's the key. That's the key, the Slovakian, because Michael, this is called Bohemian Cuvée. Okay.
Beautiful.
Huge, big red, heavy bottle. Michael and his wife were living in Croatia when
they saw our show,
Hollywood and Vines came on the Travel Channel, and they saw us in the Okanagan and said to each other, to themselves, we got to go check this out. So they came to Canada, came to British Columbia, came to the Okanagan, loved it, went back to Croatia where he was a winemaker, sold everything, moved to the Okanagan, found a building, found a vineyard, found growers, and they are making killer wines.
Wow. That's a great story. It's an unbelievable story. And of course, he tracked you down.
He tracked me down and actually was doing it. He said, do you have any idea why I want to talk to you? Winemaker's Cut is what it's called.
Yeah.
So he sent me, the Gruner Veltliner, the Muscat, the Bohemian Cuvée, the Boho Beat, which is a Riesling Kerner Gewürz Viognier blend, the Boho Zen, which is 90% Syrah, 10% Merlot, all done in stainless steel. Winemaker's Cut, and we can, in some small part, we can take credit for another winery in the Okanagan. He knows what he's doing. He was growing in Croatia. He knew exactly what he was doing. He just came to the Okanagan and said, I can do this.
That's great.
And I wish I could pour this for you because you would love it. You would freaking love it. It's fantastic.
Wow, it's great.
Hi, Nay.
Hi, do you want some pizza?
Oh, yeah. Is it pizza night? What is it?
It is. It's pizza night tonight. We have a beautiful uni pizza oven in our backyard.
Yes.
And we're making it's pizza night.
Okay. And what are you drinking with that pizza? What are you pouring in there?
Well,
Nate?
this is just a little like a smoked salmon, dill, flatbread. Really.
Wait a minute. Have I been seeing like cooking segments go by from you guys?
Oh yeah, very much so. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's how we've been passing the time in captivity.
Wait a minute, Jose. You actually said, Chef, that you took the pasta, cooked it, threw it back in the bowl, then you added the ingredients. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Where did that come from?
From years on the road watching chefs cook on Hollywood and Vines, Terry. And you also have to reserve a little bit of the pasta water that you cook the pasta in to actually make the sauce.
That's right. I threw that away. The first thing I throw away is that damn water.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't do that.
Like a cup?
Yeah, like a cup. You have to reserve a cup of the water before you strain the pasta out of the water. Just save a cup of that water. It's like gold, that stuff. You need it. It's like chicken stock.
Yeah, right.
Unbelievable. It's like duck fat.
Duck fat. By the way, have you seen? Did Nay show these shots to you?
She did not show me those. Oh my God! From the wine festival.
From the wine festival, there was a booth, and we were shooting it. There were lots of hats and boa stuff. So this is David Kubit, Julia Molnar, and Naomi. I think you were emceeing something somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure I was off doing something. Hey, I miss you, Terry. It's been a long time. When are we going to see you again?
This is it.
This is it for a while,
This is the new normal. Yes.
Yeah.
I have one other bottle I want to just show you.
Okay.
This is going to be a surprise for you.
Okay. The mulligan.
The mulligan. I have one bottle that I got from Chad Oaks in Calgary. The mulligan, 2004, red wine from Napa Valley, Barons and Hitchcock.
Yep.
And I think it's a blend.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like all their wines. Les Barons, Master Blender. Hey Terry, drink that. Like drink it tonight.
Okay.
It's not getting any better.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Maybe now.
Yeah.
Who's the guy on the front? Do we know the story?
Well, obviously he's related to you. I mean, look at him.
No.
Put him in an RCMP uniform.
Painting by Richard Frost, F-R-O-S-T.
Yep.
Wow. Now, these guys are no longer together, Barons and Hitchcock.
No, Bob Hitchcock has retired.
Okay.
But
you have worked with Mr. Barons.
Yes, yeah. Chad, and Chad and I blended a wine with Les. The first year of it was called The Director.
Yeah.
The last run we did of it, we had to change the name because Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh yes.
He didn't like that name because he already makes a wine called The Director's Cut. So we had to change the name. The one and only letter I ever got in my life from Francis Ford Coppola was a cease and desist letter. Oh well.
Okay.
But the second run we did of it was called That's Entertainment. And we, it was a super small run, basically 125 cases.
Yeah.
A beautiful wine that we made with Les, Petit Syrah. Just a phenomenal wine. You've had it. You had a few bottles of it, hadn't you?
I have a few. Well, when Chad would leave the house,
yeah,
I'd sneak into the cellar and try. I just had to try. I just want to know what it tasted like. That's all.
Big banging wine, boy.
Big banging wine, ooh. And the perfect spot to be at Calgary. Yeah, yep. Bring your big banging wine. Did you sell it all? Is there anything left?
There's a few cases still hanging around of our second run of the 2017.
Okay.
The 2016s are all gone. 2017s, there's a few cases still around, but not much.
Just an aside, what was the dog that was sitting on your chest the other day?
That's my Bernese Mountain Dog.
When did the dog come along?
He arrived here about.
No, don't do that. No, Jay, no.
He arrived about 4.5 years ago.
Shit.
He's about 100. He's about 140 pounds of.
Good eyes, man. Got good
dog.
eyes.
Yeah, thinks he's a lap dog.
That's a good dog. Yeah, he's a poodle.
Yeah, good kid.
Jay.
You don't have any more dogs, do you, Terry?
Just Josie.
She's still around?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. 11 years old. Oh yeah. And actually, the moment I hang up here, we're taking her for a walk. She's a little pissed that she's not been out there. So how's your friends, your family, your neighborhood?
Yep.
Is there dread? Are people? Are their spirits up?
People's spirits are here in my neighborhood. There's a pretty. It's still pretty collegial, everybody's outside a lot. We've all gotten to know our neighbors a lot more. We all see each other walking and jogging and walking our dogs, and of course keeping a safe distance away from each other. But I think that that in an odd way, all of this social distancing has brought our community closer together, because everyone's not just getting up in the morning and getting in their cars and fighting the traffic to get to where they need to go. Like everyone is sort of been forced to slow down a little bit, and it's sort of led to a sort of an odd sense of community in a strange way. but I also feel like, there's sort of this, because there is so much unknown and lack of overall leadership. Like, I feel like here in California, I feel like Gavin Newsom is doing a very good job with us here in California, but I just, I feel like beyond that, there was a vacuum. And Gavin Newsom has taken to referring to California as a nation state at this point in time, because he is trying to,
and it's leading the way. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, and California is sort of leading the way. He was the first one to issue a stay-at-home order, and you look at the way that California has really, been able to flatten its own curve and to control the epidemic within its own borders. But once other states start to open up for business, how is California going to remain inside this bubble? I mean, it's really, I feel like it's going to start to lead to more civil unrest and civil disobedience.
And what will be the new normal, do you think?
I don't know. I don't know if anybody knows, because there's just been such a lack of testing. I mean, if you look at, and I feel like America really, if you look at per capita testing, America's really so far underwater compared to Italy and compared to South Korea and compared to so many other countries that so far have been able to get a handle on this thing. Who knows? Because who knows how many people have really had the virus already, and who knows how many people have really died from it. Like, people are bumping up their numbers exponentially now. Like, I feel like nobody really knows what's going on, and that's the problem.
Do you feel safe?
Remarkably, yeah. I don't feel under threat per se yet.
Okay.
But who knows what's yet to come? Like, people were talking about, where things will get back to normal in May, and then they were talking about June, and now they're talking about September. And I was talking to some people the other night, and they were talking about maybe January. Like, if things really do stretch on for that long, are any of us really safe? Because people are going to start to get desperate, and that's what's concerning.
Can you figure out a way? Has anybody run by you an idea of how you might do your job?
No. I mean, my
some shows you can do. I mean, look at Colbert. He's doing what he's doing. He's just adapted, right? All the talk shows have done it. But you're working in a different medium. Yeah,
I need to, Shit, look, Shade and Angie got to hang out at the agency, and Shade and Angie got to drive around in a Porsche together, and they got to walk around in Yorkville and like solve cases and talk to people. They can't talk to people through a computer and solve cases. Yeah. That's not going to work.
It's just a lot of people looking down. You'll be acting with the top of your head.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of that.
There'll be no eyes.
I just don't think it's going to make very scintillating television. The good news is we've got 12 episodes shot that are going to air later this year. So, we've got a full season in the can, ready to go, that we finished shooting at the end of last year.
Fantastic.
Thank God, right? So, we're good for a little bit, but we got to get back to work sooner than later.
Did you check out Quibi?
Did I check out Quibi? No, I haven't seen Quibi yet. I loved your pitch for Hollywood and Vines. Hey, they're going to be looking for material.
You get
right?
Sure.
Let's get Chad on that.
10-minute segments. They're going to need a lot of 10-minute segments,
right? And how many did you figure out we could give them? 160 what?
164, yeah.
That's a lot of content.
That's pretty cool.
I'm gonna have to write some more wine reviews. Lucky for me, I got time right now.
Are you doing wine reviews?
No,
Okay.
but I could.
What were you? So what are you drinking again? It's a rosé. Whose rosé is it?
This is a Minuti rosé from
Okay.
Provence.
It's a different color.
It's very very pale.
Very
Very
well,
pale.
it's not Provence pale.
It's Provence pale. Yeah, it is.
Come on, dude, hold it up there. Get it up there. Come on. Oh,
It's
okay.
barely like salmon, like cooked salmon color.
Okay.
It's what it should be, buddy.
By the way, this
What it should be.
Bohemian Cuvée from Winemaker's Cut, the Okanagan. This is stunning. I can't believe what an incredible surprise this is, because I don't know where the pepper comes from. There's only 10% Syrah, but it must have been Ripasso. It must have been something, because it's wild. It's really good.
Wow.
And it's opening up, of course.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, next time I'm up there in BC with you, maybe you can pour me some of that.
When is that, Jay? When do you figure you can actually cross the border into your homeland?
Well, I don't. I hope sooner rather than later. I mean, I'm hoping soon. I'm hoping soon. I hope we don't miss the salmon run this year, Terry.
Well, I won't, because there's salmon being eaten in front of my deck by sea lions.
Are they coming in to?
Yeah,
your
because the
bay?
herring ball is right in front of me.
Why don't you get in your little boat and get out there and get some?
My rod's right outside the window, man. It's right there.
Can you cast off your
I
deck
can
and
cast off my rocks. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Have you pulled one in off your rocks yet?
I have lots of rockfish, not a salmon yet. But I saw this salmon. I saw this sea lion right underneath the deck, smashing the hell out of a 10-pound salmon, and I thought,
Buddy,
well,
buddy, how much fun?
Yeah.
Oh,
What you've got something coming up Sunday?
I got some. Oh, I'm part of that. I just did a little bit in that concert, that big concert thing. Brian Adams, all
those guys.
all the big Canadian artists that are doing the concert for Canada.
Yeah.
Stay home, stay safe concert.
Do we know what they're raising funds for?
They're raising funds for everybody. I think it's for all the first responders and all that. Yeah.
Okay. I like the fact that the American artists who got together raised funds for the World Health Organization.
Yeah.
2 days after His Majesty pulled the plug on them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's take the World Health Organization out of the picture.
Yeah.
In the middle of the pandemic.
It's pretty comical what's going on here. It's and the the dissent and the dissension in the ranks is,
Can you imagine what the back room is like?
Oh God.
Can you imagine?
Oh. Well, the whole thing is just, it's a gong show, and the press conference every day that he does, his rally, really, right? Because he can't do his rallies anymore.
I do like the fact that the reporters are now, they can't be shut down. They will ask their question.
Oh yeah.
He can yell all he wants or tell them to shut up. They will continue to ask their question.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it's, and if he doesn't like the question, he calls them fake news and he tells them that they're idiots. Like it's any other country in the world he spent 3 years desensitizing everyone to the way that he acts.
Sure.
So now everyone just like, well, that's him. Well, that's what he does. Well, that's Don, that's just Uncle Don. That's how he is.
And what do you think will happen in November? Has the tide turned? Surely.
I hope so. I mean, it's, because it's pandemonium.
Yeah.
I mean, people voted him in because they wanted a chaos president.
Sure.
And that's exactly what they got.
And how do they like it now?
Yeah. I mean, it's because it's chaos.
You want chaos? You got chaos. Daily chaos. What are you listening to? Music.
What am I listening to? Well,
Yeah.
what am I listening to, honey? Honey, come
Stormzy.
over here and tell Mulligan what I'm listening to. This is gonna crack
You
you
are
up, Terry.
gonna love this, Mulligan.
What?
Here's the deal. He is into grime. I don't know whether you know what grime is.
Yeah, sure.
You do? Tell me what
Yeah.
it is, Molly.
You mean Grimes, the artist?
No, grime, the genre.
No.
Grime.
No.
So basically, it's England's version of hip hop, but it originated. You can only be from. You got to be from London.
Cardiff.
You've also
Can
got
you
to
be from Cardiff?
You've also got to be from like Jamaica,
No,
right?
you gotta be from South London.
But
From
and
like from like Elephant and Castle.
and it's a very
Wow.
particular. It's a very particular sound, and it's like it is hip hop, but it's grime because of the sound of the accent, because of from the location from where you're from.
Give me a sense of the accent.
So all the guys are like they're all from like from Kingston. They're all from like they're right, but they all grew up in South London. It's hysterical.
Naomi,
they're
what's
from,
Naomi,
like,
what's the
Jamaican,
accent? What's the
West
accent?
Indies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the accent?
So it's definitely it's a Cockney twang with a Jamaican twang, like
It's a mashup.
it's a mashup, and it's
awesome.
So
Can you give
just
me
Stormzy.
check out
Check
this
out
artist.
Stormzy.
He's
He's
called
the
Stormzy.
best.
He's my favorite artist in England right now. The Fossy Bop is awesome. We listen to it when we spin. It's really great tunes. But he has a whole channel of what is on Hits One or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's Stormzy, and Jason's getting right into it. It's like underground. Well, not really. It's really. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on.
Okay.
He likes working out to it. He feels young.
Dude, it's awesome.
It's okay.
The horns kind of remind me of ska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's got a little ska vibe. It's got a little stank on it. It's
I
good.
have to switch subjects for a second. The whole cooking thing that I'm seeing now with the in color is quite remarkable. Who's doing the cooking?
I'm doing a lot of cooking, but Naydog
Nay.
is doing a little bit of cooking too. You know how she does. She's doing quite a bit of cooking.
I'm the baker.
She's doing all the baking. She's making all the bread.
He likes to kill things and put them on the barbecue.
Hold on. But now I've started making French fries. I'm doing shrimp tempura. I'm doing all kinds of crazy stuff, Molly.
Yeah.
I've stepped up my game.
It's not good because before this we were keto and now everything's carbs.
So she's the one making French bread. Don't look at me.
Let's see how good you are come September, okay? Let's see if you run out of inventive ideas, Mr. Pasta. Throw it in a bowl.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, he does things like, oh yeah, let's get some oysters, and he'll like go to BC and get some cushy oysters, and like he's just trying to recreate, like he's going out to his favorite restaurants.
That's right. That's right. I recreate the dishes from my favorite restaurants. Is that wrong?
No, that's not wrong. No, I don't.
What are you eating, Molly?
Tonight it'll be burgers. Last night it was crab cakes.
Oh, those crab cakes.
And before that, it was prawns. Spot prawn season is opening up shortly.
Yum.
When's it opening up, Terry?
In about 2 weeks.
Oh, it's 2 weeks away. Okay.
Oh.
Because I was looking on because our good friend Willie Mitchell.
Yeah. Love him.
So the best. Willie's the best. He saw that I was posted something, and he texted me and he was like, dude, you're missing the the surf part of that recipe. You want me to overnight you some spot prawns? And I was like, is it spot prawn season already? Like I'm starting to lose track of the days, right?
You can do that up there. That's it. That they will open earlier because that's where those spot prawns come down.
Oh, right, because they're coming down from up north. That's right. Is that why you were in Oaxaca, Terry? You were down there?
We went there to because we did it last year. We went down to actually be with her and just spend time in Oaxaca because we love Oaxaca. Love it.
Yeah.
It's the home of Mexican cooking. It's the home of the mole sauces.
Yeah.
It's
And
also the home of
it's the home of mezcal.
mezcal. And this is why I went down. This is one of the reasons I went down. This woman is the most amazing. She's Sosima Oliveira.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She is a master mezcal maker. Her
No.
grandma made mezcal. Her aunt made mezcal. Now she makes mezcal, and she teaches the new generation of mezcal makers. Her mezcal is unfreaking believable.
Are you
Unbelievable.
serious?
It's called Franconcini Mezcal. It's a cooperative, and we're not going to find it here. You got to go there. But if you get it, I have a half a bottle left upstairs.
Terry,
It's and the mezcal is 8 years old.
are you going back there next year?
Yes, I am.
Can we come and meet you there? Because I've
Yes.
always wanted to go to Oaxaca, and I've always wanted to see how they make mezcal.
It's astonishing. Oh man. It's amazing.
All right.
Amazing.
Are you all dialed in down there? You got a guy? You got a guy who knows a guy?
I got a guy who knows the guy, but I just edited the interview today that I did with her. Mostly the translator, because we can't understand what she's saying, but the translator, and we worked our way through it. No spit buckets, 60 minutes of sipping.
How did you handle that? You can barely get through an
I
interview.
trained for that.
Wine.
I'm a professional. Hey, Nay. I love her post too as well. Listen, anything else we should know about what you got any projects you want to do? Is there anything you want to do on the internet with these cameras? Anything?
Do anything with the camera? What?
I mean, do you want to do anything from the house? Is there anything you'd like to do live
Well,
on podcast?
it's funny. Sorry, I'm eating stuff in my face. I can't help it. Like this, quarantine is just, you just want to eat, right?
Yes, but you're burning it off. It's okay.
No, that's what we've been doing. Like more than anything, the first kind of month, we went into a vacuum, right? And we didn't want to do anything. We were unmotivated to do anything. It was about survival. It was about getting enough food. It was about finding toilet paper. It was about finding sanitizer and just keeping the family safe. And now that we think that, we're going to survive this, we don't know how long it's going to go for, and we've eaten all the comfort food in the world, it's time to start exercising again. And so I do think that in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to start doing some online fitness, 30-minute HIIT classes or Pilates or something like that.
You're made for it. You're perfect for it. What about you, Jay? What would you, if you could do anything on Zoom, what would you do?
I've had a lot of work to do because I'm, we've been working with, developing the next season of Private Eye. So I've been on conference calls almost every day, and our writers' room was just coming to the end of their breaking the season for this next season. So I've had lots of work to do.
Yeah.
And I've been quite busy actually, which has been good. So I've had lots of stuff to do, and I'm also pretty far down the road in development on a couple of feature films.
Okay.
So I've been, putting the.
You want to direct again?
Pardon me?
You want to direct again?
Yeah. I spent the last 3 or 4 years back directing a lot of television, but I've got a couple of feature films now that I'm pretty close to getting back to doing. So one of those will probably pop in the next 8 or 10 months.
What about that script I pitched you?
Which one was that, Terry?
That was the one about the young kid who's a Mountie who becomes a disc jockey.
One. Yeah, right. The young Mountie had that big cell phone attached to his out of his head.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Oh my God.
Molly, when are we all going back to Guadalupe Ballet again?
Oh, it's a complete, whatever we're going back to is not what we left.
No.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is it like Napa now?
No, not quite. No, I don't think that. But the wines could be as good as Napa. Yes.
Yeah, they're way better. Absolutely.
How did you explain this whole situation we're in, the normal, to the kids? And did they understand?
Very badly.
They they've sort of taken it in stride, I think.
We haven't.
They just want
Okay.
they just want to know what they know.
Yeah.
You know? Like, hey guys, you got to homeschool for a while.
Yeah.
I go, okay.
And they're happy. Like, we do fun things. We're painting today. Dasher's got pizza. Hold on. Check this out. He made him pepperoni pizza. Dash, can you say hi to Molly? Hello.
Hello.
So we're just all together, and it's safe and nice and everything. So that's
And we
that's
can
what I
make
know.
pizza in the backyard.
Is that the kid that bit me in the leg?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You got my attention right away.
Thankfully, he doesn't do that anymore.
He was close to the nether region, I might
Oh, you bit Molly's leg once.
add.
I think you were hungry.
No,
He was looking for some low-hanging fruit. No, that was terrible. I'm sorry.
so I know, Nay, I know what's going on with you guys because Finn has CrossFit Kitsilano, and they've had to shut down. That room was jammed with people, and they had to shut the whole thing down. So now they're trying to figure out ways to communicate, ways to exercise individually by themselves. It's a chore, but people are getting through.
It's hard. I mean, I don't know what's happening in Georgia, in America, because they opened up the fitness places that tomorrow they're opening them up. And I see them as one of the last places as going back. I think that within a gym environment where you can have equipment that is 6 feet away from one another, and you wear gloves because you're like, handling the equipment,
And
that's
everything's
fine.
wiped down.
But anything that's a group exercise in a room, what I do with spinning, the bikes are very close. Yeah, we could take half the bikes out and space them out. But I think when we go back, we're all going to have to wear masks. And I just think that it's very claustrophobic for people who really want to breathe high cardio. I just can't see it. So I think that it's going to be more on demand and just, what we're doing, Zoom, Instagram, stuff like that.
Hey Jay, I was thanks, Nate. I was doing interviews in the Okanagan today, and all over Soyuz. They're trying to figure out how to feed the workers from the wineries and the restaurants who've been laid off, and they're in deep, and so they're doing 200 meals a week, it feeds 4 people or it feeds 1 person 4 times, and they're getting through. But there's a lot of concern. That's why I was asking these questions, because those are the interviews I've just come from.
Right.
They're trying to get through.
Yeah.
And the farmers are trying to help. The wineries are selling them. Some of them are selling cases of stuff as fast as they can get it out the door.
I think that's the number one thing, right? Before food, alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about the economic impact here in America, and they were talking about the one segment of the economy that's doing better than anything else is alcohol sales.
Yep. Sales out the door. Ship them as fast as you can.
Oh my God! And I'm sure there in Canada, it's direct to consumer.
Absolutely, same thing.
Wineries are making more money than anybody.
Yeah, if the ship's going down, you want a bottle of Billy.
Yeah. Right. Where's the corkscrew?
Take the cake with you. Take the cookie, the bread, the pizza. That's our philosophy right now.
Oh my God!
All right, I'm going to leave with this, and that is, and it's some heavy stuff. Have you lost any friends along the way? I know we've lost people that we all know, but have you lost any friends in this?
We luckily have not lost anybody yet. None of our friends have even gotten sick. Everyone's been fine. Thankfully, lucky for us. I'm sure that I know a lot of people in the music business have gotten sick, Terry. I'm sure you've lost a couple of friends.
Yeah. 2 in 1 week, and it's just
that's awful.
It's not done yet. And so I've sort of set my heart to it, You wake up in the morning and there's the name you didn't want to see. John Prine, for one. Well, I just wanted to know.
It's heavy. I think a lot of people are thinking about their mortality, and it's weird because everybody I think above 65 is like, okay, I could be a target or whatever. Anybody with diabetes,
asthma,
heart problems,
heavy smoke.
So that but then there's like the random healthy person too. So it's really not like it couldn't affect like an 18-year-old or a 20-year-old or something. Athletes.
My
And
goodness.
we had a really dark conversation with him on the other day. Like people are actually thinking about, well, we're not sure if we're going to make it, or if we do, this could go on for a couple of years. If we get it, we're one of those people. And so they're like doing their estate planning and they're rewriting their wills, and it's like real heavy, real stuff.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Let's get through this together.
That's right.
You're gonna be okay, Molly.
Yeah.
Just eat the chocolate cake, okay?
I'm right in the sweet spot. Man, they're coming for me.
Yeah. Here's the deal.
You're going to be safe up there, Terry. You live in the middle of nowhere.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Density up there is
Thank you.
0.
Yeah.
Thank
You're
you.
going to be fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You just stay away from Sarah. Because I guarantee you she's got it.
Okay.
Joking. She doesn't have it.
All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it very much. Name, were you drinking something there?
I was drinking Aperol Spritz, but I moved on to the Minute with Jason.
See, look at the color of it, Terry. Look at it.
That.
Pale salmon.
It's translucent salmon,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Wait a minute. Is that the same one?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same.
Oh,
same.
it's your glass.
I have an ice cube in mine.
She's a heathen.
Bless you.
Ice cubes in her rosé.
Whatever.
Thank you. Thank you both.
You got to do what you like, right, Molly?
Terry, we
Yeah,
love
yeah.
you, man. So good to see you, buddy.
Thank
Miss
you.
your face.
Love you, Molly Gully.
Take care of each other.
All right, man.
Okay.
Bye.
Hey, when this is all over, we'd love to see you, like in person.
Yeah, but just stay out of my fishing hole.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll come up there and we could cast a line together off the rock
You
in
know-
your house.
I
Is
would.
That'd be
I
fun.
would love to see that. Yes.
is the fishing hole the stinky hole? Because
No,
I
honey.
just need.
No,
No.
he's fishing
No.
hole off the
All
dock.
right. 'Cause I've heard about the stinky
Bye.
Oh,
hole.
man. Oh. Bye, Terry. Love you, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.